So you can see here is liability account. That is a credit account. It is CR means credit. So only you should know the names here. What is debit and credit? These are all called as an accounting entries here. So after doing a create accounting, then we can see accounting entries. These are all finance people they will use like while doing balancing. What is the debit, credit, profit, loss, everything. So we have to use debit and just names you need to identify, nothing else. So debit account is the name here is accrual. Then credit account is liability. These are all ready-made, only you must know the names. If you wanted to know the names of the details of all these accounts, so you can go to about this page here. There is a bottom you can see about this page. This is the page actually, OA framework page. That's why it is having a URL also. If you want to see underlying these tables, like where is account number, ledger name, whatever the columns appearing here. If it is Oracle forms, actually, you can simply go to record history. You can find out a table. If it is a page, actually, we have to go to about this page. There is a business component reference details here. This one. We have to expand this. Then you can see the view object. Every view object will have a query. So 1, 2, 3, there are more than 5, 6, 7, right? So these view objects will have a queries. If you click on this, you can see this is the query. Just simply double click here. Double click, select all. So double click, copy here, and you can go to the toad. Here, paste it. So after pasting, it's a big query. See, this is a big query. You may not be able to understand. Shift Control F for formatting. So these are all the tables. There is no underscore all here. Remember, there is no underscore all at all. These are all subledger tables. You can see those many tables we have. That's it. So tables for accounting. These are all the tables. So if you get while doing a create accounting, there is one more table, but that is not mentioned here. In this, it is not mentioned. There's error related table. Error related table is XLA accounting errors. This is the table name. Any errors if you face, you can see in this table only. Okay, this is the error table. And these are all called as accounting. XLA stands for subledger accounting. So why they kept like this is you can go to application developer. Go to application developer. Then application and register here. Every module, if there is any custom module, we need to register here. So here is the place, application name is subledger accounting. So there is a shortcut. For purchasing module, shortcut you can see, yeah. Purchasing PO, correctly. In the same way, payables, SQL AP, like that it is. So here XLA stands for here, it's a short name of subledger accounting module. That is a separate module, like APER is also a module. Okay. So till now I told only one point, that is yes. So that's a create accounting I have used. So in create, while doing create accounting, debit and names you have to use, and underlying these are all the tables. Only 3 points. And fourth point is if you face any issues, XLA accounting errors. So what type of the errors you face? That is also another question. So you can simply, these are all existing errors. Someone has faced this accounting errors. These are all encoded message you can say. Almost similar only, similar errors. Shift F2 you can press to show the big window. So almost similar. See, you can put distinct, then you can identify. Overall. This is also same message, same message. All are repetitive messages. Around 90,000 messages are there here. See, it's a big table actually. If you want, you can put distinct here, encoded message, and you can note down all the values. Still 3,000, 4,000 unique rows are there. Only ID will change, ledger will change. That's why message is same only. See, the segment value for specified is not assigned. Year 12 is there, year 7 is there, year 5 is there, like that. Based on the value, it will vary, but message is single. So likewise, there are another messages also. See, this is another message. And this is one more message. General import is failed. You have to make a note of 4, 5 errors. If they ask in the interview, you have to answer all this. Okay. Tell me how many points we discussed till now in the last 20 minutes. Create account. Accounting entries. Okay. Then credit. Correct. How to do a credit accounting? Go to payables. Then we have to go to invoices. Yeah, inquiry. If you go, what will happen is, for example, inquiry I'm going. Okay. So we have to search with the invoice number. Invoice number I already had here. This one. ERS-9150. Put percentile if you don't know. There are 3 rows with that, but your record is this one, correct? Last. On 14th. Okay. On that day we have. So here there is no action button. See, there is no action button. It's just for inquiry purpose. You cannot perform any operations. So then you can go to all other disable here. View accounting we can do. We can view it. We cannot create it. Okay. So take this invoice number. You need to go to entry invoices, not inquiry invoices. Okay. This is for verification only. Invoices. Now you can go to actions. Create accounting is disabled. Why? Because it's already done. It is done already. That's why it is disabled. So I advise you don't go with this. People are facing issues. So I told you one good method. Requests. Correct. We have to use the program name here. Create accounting. This program, they will have insert statement behind this. They will take care of everything. So all you have to pass. So what is this here? Everyone is disturbing.
Vision operations. Discontinue.
Then after that, what do you have to do? The next step here. So next step is payment. So we have to do a payment. Payment is in the form of cash or card, all this. So credit card, debit card, all the options we can use it here. So now we can take the invoice number. This is the invoice number. You can do here only payment. So there is a pay in full or other window also available. We can do. Take all available discounts on these invoices. You can take it. These are all setups, discounts related. We have multiple methods also. Quick refund. If you are expecting any refund from suppliers, you can use a refund. Then right now it is a manual. Or quick also we can use. Quick payment. Then you can choose here. There is a payment method. Then payment document number. See, whenever in a revision only, you have to tell Shravan, Shiva, Harsha. So not every time. All are new, right? They will get mad actually. Only in the revision only you have to answer, not whenever I'm explaining. Okay. You can choose here check method. There are multiple check methods here. Uh, Laser check. There are various payment methods. Then automatically it will give you a number. Then you have to click on save. Now invoice number it will pick automatically here. Like there are two options here. One option is AP checks all, and here is the place another table for payment related, that is AP invoice payments all. So these two tables we have to make a note here while doing a payment. We are talking about payment here. Payment tables here, AP checks all, then AP invoice payments all. Here also we have to do a create account. We can go to here. Here you can use actions button, or else as I mentioned, like same thing, requests, create accounting. We can click on copy button here, and then yes, better go this way only. You should see accounting is processed. As of now, unprocessed here. It must become here processed. Because internally it is calling another program accounting. You should wait a couple of seconds. So again, if you want, you can re-query this payment 7419. Or else just close and reopen. See, it is disabled. That means payment is done here. Good job. So now what you can do is we can go to inquiry here, payments, inquiry, payments. There is a payment number here. Only one number range I'm giving. Its payment is done here. Still unprocessed. That means it is going on. Still running here. Okay, meantime, what we can do, we'll discuss another point, that is link between AP invoice and payment. For payments, there are two tables I mentioned here. And for invoices, AP invoices. So all the three tables we have to merge, join here. So first check number we have to see. So here is a place. The document number is check number only. You can go to examine, check number here. And check table is simply you can go to help and record history to know the table and to know the column, as I mentioned earlier also, examine. It's very easy to develop a query. Now AP checks out. Mm-hmm. 7419. Then we need an invoice number for this. So there is no straight join between check and invoice. So you cannot add like this AP invoices or invoice number is stored into AP invoices or there is no straight join between these two. As an intermediary, we have to add another table. That's an AP invoice payments all it is. The intermediary table it is. There is no straight join. We have to add AP invoice. First, we have to make a join between these two, but there is no join. So what we have to do? This table we have to add in between like this, just to understand only, but you can use any other order. Now between these two we have to use. So primary cap first table here is check ID. Check ID we have to see whether it is there or not. We have to add this join ACA dot check ID. Check ID it is. And one more. The primary key of this particular table is invoice ID. Invoice ID must be available in this. Okay, you can see it. For these two invoice IDs we have to use AIA dot invoice ID. AIPA dot invoice ID. Now if you just execute it, you will see. So this why 7419 is showing two times here is same number is assigned to another invoices. Okay. So if you take a invoice date, you can check invoice date. This is very old record. Check number is same, but for different numbers it is. Okay. This is the latest record for us. This is the way we can make a join. Three tables here. Link between AP invoice and AP payment is this one. This way. Okay, meantime, check the status of this. We must see as a processed. Click on payments. And it's processed. Okay. Earlier it was unprocessed. Only two statuses. Unprocessed and processed. If something goes wrong, then it will give you error. Or it will remain as a unprocessed only. And last step in the flow is like that is transfer to GL. This is the 12th step. Transfer to GL. For transferring GL, one program will be there. That is transfer general entries to GL. If you want to post manually, then make it no only. So I want to post manually. So if you want to post automatically, you can go with a yes. So better go with a no. Then submit. Find here. It is not able to launch the journal import program. So that means there is some problem with the periods and all. You can go to general ledger. Just go with the open and close periods. It's open only. We'll rerun again. Again, parameters problem. It should import journal import program. What we'll do, we'll just create one invoice. Okay, so manually what I can do, I'll go with another record. All the steps we'll do. Let's see if it doesn't happen, we'll see. That is the final step actually. So the entire flow we are seeing again quickly, okay? I don't know, it is not working. So these are all the steps I'm performing now. So first is requisition number. Go to requisitions. Save, approve. So this is over now. Next is approve also done. Next, auto PO creation. Okay. We'll make a note here. So to create a PO, we have followed a method that is auto create here. We have to clear all the details. These are all the steps, you know, that's why I'm moving a little fast. So take this. And after that, it's incomplete. We have to approve this. You will get a status as approved. And now next is PO is approved also done. PO receipts. The receipts, take a PO number, approved PO. Then you have to go to receiving and receipts. P1. Percent. Other number, receipt number, we have to make a note. Okay. It will launch the programs automatically. Go to view requests. With this. Almost 4 classes summary. See, we are finishing in 4 minutes. Okay, completed. This is the invoice number. Take the invoice number. Take this. You need to go to another responsibility. Sorry, somewhere my concentration is missing. So we have to go to invoices, entry, invoices. No, never validated, accounted. Both we have to do. So if you go here, validation we have to do, followed by accounting. Validation actions. If everything goes fine, it will be validated. Otherwise, needs revalidation you will get. Just accounted. Create accounting. So I'm just trying once whether it is giving or not. Okay. Accounted. If it is having issue, then other method. Okay, it's fine. I'm getting successfully a message here. Accounting has been successfully. If you get error, then second method you have to go. Then next is payment. So how to do a payment? Go to actions, painful, available discounts. The payment method is checked. There are so many. I'll just change disbursement accounts. That's good actually. Setups, everything is proper. Then save. After that, as of now, accounting is unprocessed. So this is a last step. I mean, create accounting we have to do. So for these actions, create accounting final. You will get a message as processed. Processed. And one last step in the cycle here is this one. So, okay, transfer to GL. For transferring to GL, I told you one method, one concurrent program that is transfer generates to the GL. Okay. So last time we have used create accounting program that is transferred already. That is created. That is the reason why general import is not called. But in this case, general import it will be called here. See, this is triggered. Last time we submitted here somewhere. After this, there is no general import program. Correct? Purpose of general import program is it will create debit entry, credit entry into GL module. But here we have already done the create accounting. That's why it is not triggered and general import program. So you need to understand that. So here After transferring, it is called automatically. So here is a place you can see view output. Then you can see it is saying successfully transferred, and success also your status is success. So take the batch name. This entire is called as a batch. So while copying, see there is a space also copied. So without space, you have to take it. Batch name and this month, amount, everything you have to observe. Request ID. So request ID also populated. Yes, it is the request ID. So one final step, we have to inquire in the GL module. As per system, it is saying it is successfully transferred. We need to go to general ledger module. Yeah, inquiry. Journal. Journal is created by using a batch. We are identifying that. So there are one entry is related to debit, other entry related to credit it is, and both are unposted. First, check the tables behind this. GLGE batches. If you open the batch name, then GLGE headers here. There is no all table for GL, remember? And here also GLGE lines here. And one final step here is posting. So after transferring, the next step is post. So 12th step is the final one. After posting only, GL balances table will be updated. So first query here, okay, simply we say table name, you may not understand, right? GLJ headers. There is no underscore all table. There is no underscore all like this. Only APER, then OEM, operating units. So wherever operating units, those only having a underscore all table. Inventory and GL will not have underscore all, even subledger accounting also. You need to remember that GL, JE header. JE means general entry. You can see if you click on this, the latest record. So just before 1046, one record is created. Take the header ID where JE header ID. This is your record. And this record is related to payment category, payables, and then currency is USD. Status. There are many flags here. Then general import created, amount also there here. General import created. Every information you can see. And in the same way, another table that is GLJE lines. Okay. So where the primary key is header ID. Same. Header ID is a join condition. Sorry, spelling mistakes. Three rows. So credit, debit, all the information. See, two rows are there here. This record. Why three records you have to observe here? Okay. Yes. 18 is what? Discounts are there, right? Discounts, have you seen? Those related data. Okay, two tables. And GL balances. If you just check on GL balances. This is the final table in P2P cycle. There is only record here. Today record. I'm just checking. This one. Last updated date we can use it. Descending order. Descending order will give you today record. Okay, let it execute. Meantime, so I'm going to front end here. So take a batch name and go to journals and post. Post, give a batch name. Batch name you can get it from your program. This is the program name, batch name. So take this batch, give here. What was the status you identified last time? Unposted, right? Unposted, see, unposted. Now we are making it as a posted. So just check the checkbox, post. After posting, you will see a record in the balances table. This table. So there is no record at all today. See, on today's date, there is no record. Now, if you execute it, you will get. If you click on requests, still it is running. Here also you can check again. If you go to inquiry, journal, then batch name, find here. See, selected for posting. It has to be a posted now. Program is still running, that's why it is giving. Again, I'll requery. Sorry, this one. Error. So error is related to secondary ledger. See that this is giving, it's an expected only. Find out error. The message is here, this one. Unopened secondary ledger period. Secondary ledger, how to identify errors? We can go to, these are all functional setups. You will not face much in the office. Here it is missed, that's why it is giving error. Setup, then accounts, setup, accounts, manager, sorry, financials, accounting setup manager, accounting setups. Here is the plus. Your ledger name is here, division operations. This is the primary ledger. Every time I'm using. For this, there is a secondary ledger will be available. Primary, secondary. So for multi-reporting currencies and all we can use. If your company is having businesses in multiple countries, so at that time, secondary ledger, you can add n number secondary ledgers. So in this responsibility, we need to identify here. So again, I'll show you responsibility name. So these are all not related to us, functional consultant responsibilities, but still we should know here. If you stuck somewhere, you should know how to rectify also. Okay. So navigation is what it is. Setup, financials, accounting setup manager, accounting setups. So here is the place, your primary ledger name. Ledger name is your vision operations, your project, you can say. In the company, you should not talk about vision operations at all. It is a practice environment. That's why they gave vision operations as a client. You can go with the secondary ledger. So reporting vision operations it is. That's already there here. You can go to general ledger. Here is a place. This one. This is a secondary ledger. This is a primary ledger. This is a secondary ledger. Go to setup, open, close. You have to open a period. See? So period name here is current month, June 25. This you have to open it. So it is not open in my laptop or my server. That's why you faced the issue. This is the one. If you click on view log, sorry, view output, here it is giving clearly error. We need to see the status as posted. Because of secondary ledger warning, we are not able to see the status as posted. So now it is successfully completed. For next record, it will be opened only. So let's see that. Journals, post, batch name. I rectified that particular error. Let's see the again this particular batch. Period. We are still in secondary ledger, right? F4. You need to switch. This is a secondary ledger. Go back to primary ledger. Inquiry. Sorry, no need to go to inquiry. Journals and post. This is where we stuck, right? Due to the error. Batch name. Fine. So showing unopened secondary ledger period that we rectified already. Let's see. Post. Now we should see the successful completion of your program. Posting. If it is completed normal means your work is done now. P2P cycle is over. See the status now again. Batch name. And go to inquiry, not here. Here posting done means you have to go back again. Inquiry, journal. Okay. This is the So this is the ending point for your P2P cycle. Each and every step we should know. If you face any issues, let me know. And final table here is in P2P cycle. This one. GL balance. After posting only it will be updated. That's the point you need to remember. If you get secondary ledger error, secondary ledger related, we need to go back to another general ledger responsibility. And this one. This is a primary. There's one more here. This is the secondary. Now I have rectified in this server. You may not face that particular issue. Maybe next month you may face that issue because I opened a period already. So that's all for today. So today, what we discussed, just bullet points on a page. First,
Create accounting.
after invoice validation, we stopped, right?
Yeah.
After invoice validation, what we did is correct. Create accounting. Here only I'll stop. Create accounting, two methods we can use. Now answer me. మీకు కనబడుతుందా ఇది మళ్ళీ ఎందుకు అలా ఉండడం వల్ల యూజ్ లేదు కదా ఇప్పుడు ఓకేనా మరి అడగాలి కదా అడగంది అమ్మాయిని అన్నం పెట్టదంటారు కదా అందుకే మీకు మొన్న ఏం చెప్పాను P2P అందుకే మీకు గ్యాప్ కూడా ఇచ్చా గ్యాప్ ఇచ్చి XMLకి డైవర్ట్ అయిపోయినా XMLకి ఎందుకు డైవర్ట్ పోయినా అంటే ఆలోపు మీరు ఫినిష్ చేస్తారని మీరు ఎట్లా కూడా టైం చూసుకుని అయినా ఫినిష్ చేయాలి ఇప్పుడు వీళ్ళు ఎవరు అడిగిన తక్కువ చెప్తారు సో వాట్ ఈస్ రిక్వెషన్ ఏం చెప్తారు చెప్పండి ఓకే టేబుల్స్ ఆటో ఆన్సర్స్ అందుకే మీరు ఫినిష్ చేయాలి క్విక్ ఈ రోజైనా సరే లేట్ టైం లేదు P2P సైకిల్ ఫినిష్ చేయండి O2C ఫినిష్ చేయండి ఓకే తీసుకోవాలి నేను ఇస్తా ఇంకా క్లాస్ అయిపోయి ఓకే సో రివిజన్ వాట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు డూ ఇన్వాయిసెస్ ఎంట్రీ ఇన్వాయిసెస్ ఇలా సో హియర్ వీ కెన్ డూ యాక్షన్స్ First, we have to query with the invoice number and take this number. You need to go to actions and create accounting here. It's already done. It is disabled. Okay. This is one method. Second method I told you, that is go to view, requests and create accounting program. So this point is clear, right? Now tables, there are few tables I mentioned. XLA. No. J is the general lecture. AE. Yeah, there is no all, right? You have to remember, right? XLA, AE lines. XLA events. These are all XLA distribution links also. These are all sub-ledger accounting related tables. After that, what we did? Correct. After that, what we did is payment. Payment, there are two tables I mentioned. Do you remember? AP checks off. Perfect. Then after that, here also we have done a create accounting, debit and credit. Then finally, we have done a transfer to GL. So after transferring, there are a couple of other tables we discussed. Correct. All the three tables. One more batches I missed it. GLG batches also. So now I'll show you some questions. Let's see how many you recall or how many we missed. These are all the questions. Guys, online, you also need to answer. I'll put it here. Any uncovered questions, let me know. We'll cover in the next time. No problem. Questions itself, I am showing right away. These are all interview questions they will ask. Where is the SQL? Where is here, right? Okay. So this, I no need to tell, right? Then difference between internal requisition, it's not covered in the internal sales order will be covered. So prepare a requester for all people F. Correct. Charge account description. Do you remember on package GL Flex Fields PKG in the first class? Correct. So this is project accounting module. You don't need to know, but I make different approval statuses of requisition. That is invoice. Approval status. See, if we go to purchasing. Today's so application. Correct. That's one. Yes. Any other statuses, you know?
Need approval.
You can go to requisition.
Needs to.
Yes. These are all requisition statuses. Approval statuses we can see into action history. Okay. What is the table name for requisition approval? Once requisition is approved, where to go?
Auto purchase.
Table name I must.
Purchase.
1 second, I'll show you. This is the number, right? Go to requisition summary. Fine. If you want to know who has approved and all, I told you one table. Remember here.
Sir.
You can go to diagnostics examine. There is a system. Last query, right? So here is a place one table is mentioned. This is the table I'm talking about. View action history. Correct? Now, another questions. How to cancel a requisition? To cancel a requisition, where to go? You can go to here, see, tools, control. This is already done. That's why these are all not highlighted. Tools and control. We can cancel a requisition anytime. Anytime in the sense in the beginning phase. Then what is the program to create a requisition? Program. So as of now, we did a manual, right? See, but for program, there is a one concurrent program is there. It will be covered, okay? So requisition import is a program. We'll cover in the internal sales order this program name. It's too early, but okay. Requisition import program parameters. These are all the parameters. We need to remember all this. Then how many types of hierarchies? This is also not covered. So why hierarchy is required is after creating a requisition, the moment you send for approval, it has to forward to managers. So that I did not discuss. Okay, I'll make a note, guys. That's better. We'll cover instead of skipping. We'll cover next. Link between this also not needed nowadays. Link between requisition and RFAQ. Is also RFAQ itself not covered. In how many ways we can create a PO? Yeah. So one way is right, exactly correct. One way is auto create. Another way is
Purchase
purchase orders.
Purchase
This is another way. One more way is also there. That's a program. Program name is import purchase orders. This one. If you are importing from other module, other tables and all, you can use this. So this I have not given explanation, but you will come to know at the time of conversions and all. Then what next? Can you update item by using import? Yes, because why they're asking this question is you can update. Yes means you can update. So the answer is yes only. So types of POs and explain each. These are all the types of POs. Okay. Standard means only one or two times we will purchase. Planned means every time regularly. It may be every week, every month, every other day. Planned means scheduled activity. Blanket means we'll make an agreement and we'll buy. Correct. And contract is whenever they want. No, no, daily means this one. Planned. Standard means one or two times. Okay. Blanket purchase agreement. We'll make agreement with the supplier and whenever we want it, they will release it. Anyway, this blanket also not covered. So cover one time. Blanket view. Table name for blanket view at the time only you will get to know. Okay. What is the program to create? This is also related to that only. These are all pending questions, guys. I am making a note. What are match approval options? Do you remember match approval options? Where you have seen first of all? Now you can easily recall. Take this number. F11. Go to shipments. Here is a place. Do you remember here we covered one time? Three-way. Other than three-way, what you have?
Two-way.
Two-way, four-way.
Two-way.
Two-way and four-way.
Correct. Do you remember the table behind that? Shipment level, what is the table?
RCV.
No, that is PO, receipts. This is PO still. Still we are at PO. Okay. Different types of transactions in purchase. So transactions we have already seen in the receipts. RCV transactions is there, right? You just check. RCV transactions. Transaction type. These are all. Whenever you are purchasing goods from supplier, if there is a damage, we will return them. That is called as a return to vendor. And if you have multiple warehouses, you can transfer it. Okay. If something goes wrong in the quantity, you can correct it. If item itself not good, then we can reject it. These are all the transaction types. If we go to receipts, you can come to know all this. See, receiving receipts we have already done. If you want to return the goods back to the supplier, that returns we have to enter here. If something goes wrong, we have to correct it here. So whenever you have a time, just simply you can click and do whatever here. Then you can come to know. Everything I cannot explain this, that, and all. There are so much syllabus, right? Only main highlight things only I'll teach. The rest you have to dig more. Then PO receipt tables, just before you told, right? RCV to the
RCV shipment line
correct.
transaction.
Purpose of transaction processor is to create a receipt. How many types of how to create an invoice is one program is there, right? Invoice program. Program name. This one. Correct. This is one way. Another way is what it is manual invoice. Go to payables. We are covering questions also, guys. Be with the patience. It's important actually. Invoices, entry, invoices. This is one method. So program name to create a AP invoice just before covered. Payables open interface import and its parameters. Now parameters you have not observed, right? Now you observe now. View the details. These are all the parameters. Now it is not showing properly. The better what you can do, you can choose reselect a program again. This one, right? We are talking about parameters. These are operating unit, source, whatever you remember. No need to tell all. Okay, at least main points. Can you put invoice on hold by using program? So is there a hold related here? Here it is. You can put hold. If you want to put the entire batch not to go proceed further, so at that time you can put on hold. So usually how to put a invoice on hold? Invoices. There is an option here, right? We talked, right, already? How many types of holds?
Two types, user system.
User hold and system hold. Correct. We covered many questions, right? Invoice types. Invoice types where you have seen here is a place. These are all. So at least 2, 3 I'll tell. Well, let me make a note. Invoice types. Then next is here. Link between PO and invoice. What is the answer?
PO lines are.
No. Usually at which level we can make a join?
PO distribution
Correct.
all
PO.
by using distribution ID
Right, exactly.
equal to AP invoice distributions all
Pending,
PO distribution ID.
right. Pending amount table in payables. I think this is missed. Actually, the table name I'll mention. That is AP payment schedules all table. This is a table. So what it means here is pending means you are raising a PO, okay, and you are purchasing 2 quantity. Price is $1,000. So, and you are making payment is only $500. Rest of the payment is there, right? Due amount. The due amount we can see this. We have not covered this earlier, missed it. Okay. So how to derive the AP invoice status? There is a API we talked about, right? This status. Do you remember API name? The last class? So AP invoice is utility package, right? Utility. You want to see one more time?
Get approval status.
Correct. Your name?
Sign up.
Sanath, right?
Sign up. Sign up.
Sainath, okay. You are recalling very quickly, Sainath. Good it is. Get approval status. These are all the parameters. Clear? And accounting entries, debit and credit we discussed, right? Just before?
Yes.
DR account, CR account. Link between invoice and payment. How many tables we have to combine?
Okay.
No, 3 here. Join means multiple tables, right? Not single table. How you can make a join with one table? If it is self join, we can do. Of course, that is different story. AP invoice table.
AP invoice, sir.
Correct. Payment table.
AP payments.
AP invoice payment. Sorry. One more. One more.
AP sir.
Correct. All the three. We prepared, right? Just before query. Same only. Somewhere we developed. Okay. Maybe I copied pasted. Next. PPR. This is also not covered at all. Then this also will. It's just a 2-3 minutes explanation only. But meantime, you finish all those. Pending things, I am making a note here. Create accounting modes. Three, right? What are they?
You.
No, modes. Create accounting modes. Actions. Or else, yeah. Draft mode. You have not seen that.
After final portion.
Correct. That is the thing. Okay. So how to find out accounting error table? One table I mentioned, right? Do you remember that table name? XLA accounting errors. This table. Then tell me common errors. I advised you to get 4-5 messages you have to make a note. Program name to transfer data to GL.
Transfer general.
To the GL. So where you have seen that program, simply go to view, request.
Transfer general.
For every program, parameters you have to remember. Even though it is appearing here, but in interviews and all, they are asking unnecessarily. Purpose of general import to create a journals in GL module. So journal sources, types, GL tables,
GL batches.
GL batches.
GL
So
batches.
this query we have not defined. Flex field different. Okay. Primary ledger, secondary. I need to give a little explanation. Go here. These are all another 20 minutes or little more I require. But once you finish all 4-5 classes in P2P, then only I'll touch all this. Okay. So these questions also I'll share it, guys. Today only I'll share. We'll conduct one exam. Leaked question paper it is. Correct? That's all for today. Thanks for your patience. We took more time today. We covered each and every point. You make a note properly in your meaningful way. So I'm closing the session, guys. Any doubts in online?
As of now, no doubts.
Okay. So how about you, Gopi, Roja?
Hello?
Yeah, any doubts?
No.
Yeah, tell me. So,
So data definitions to RDF equals to the code.
code. ఏ కోడ్ అది
మీరు నిన్న కోడ్ తీసుకొని చెప్పారు కదా సార్ డైరెక్ట్ కోడ్
డాట్ ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్ ఫైల్
That's fine.
అది లేనప్పుడు మీరు ఏం చేయాలి, నేను ఒక వే చెప్పాను గుర్తుందా? ఏంటది? ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్ పబ్లిషర్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయి ఒక లేనప్పుడు ఓకే నేను ఎలాగో ఇస్తలే అది వాడుకోవచ్చు, ఆఫీస్లో కూడా అదే వాడుకోవచ్చు, నో ప్రాబ్లం. లేనప్పుడు ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయి ఆగిపోకూడదు మీరు. ఓకే, రెఫరెన్స్ ఏదో ఒకటి అన్ని సిస్టంలో ఉంటాయి. వెళ్ళిపో హోమ్ డేటా డెఫినేషన్, ఇక్కడ పేయబుల్స్, రైట్? క్లిక్ ఏదో ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ తీసుకోండి, జస్ట్ డౌన్లోడ్, సేవ్. మీ బ్యాచ్ రిజిస్ట్రీ, open with the notepad plus plus or wordpad is best. It will not disturb its structure. So what you have to do, go to straight away data query section,
So
keep it your statement in between this. Here is a place,
correct.
keep it a query, and this is a second statement, we don't need this. So what you can do, you can remove. After that, the next is what it is, element data structure. If you want to display 4-5 columns, keep 4-5, the rest everything you can remove it. So hardly 2 minutes job it is. But still, if you need a file, I can send today. Okay, thanks. I'll share this video, please go through it. It's a p2p cycle, final part it is.